Toronto's police chief says the force is increasing its daily presence on city transit in light of recent violence in the system, including a subway passenger allegedly being shot with a BB gun this morning. Just hours after a group of teens allegedly shot a subway passenger with a BB gun, the Toronto police chief announced that 80 officers will be placed throughout the TTC to reduce crimes and enhance public safety.
The Toronto Police Service will be increasing our daily presence within the transit system. We will do this primarily through a significant number of callback shifts, which are shifts filled by off-duty officers in an overtime capacity.
Just in the last week, there have been several violent incidents on public transit in Toronto. A teen boy was stabbed on a bus on Wednesday. A woman suffered life-altering injuries after being stabbed in the head on a streetcar on Tuesday. And 2 uniformed TTC workers were allegedly swarmed and assaulted by a group of teens on a bus on Monday.
When we were averaging better than 1 incident a day on an operator, that's just not acceptable. And that's what we're working, these high-profile ones have just elevated everything.
Toronto Mayor John Tory says the provincial and federal governments have to do more to address mental health care.
Well, I don't want to draw any association as between mental health and these kinds of acts necessarily. There can be no question, as a matter of common sense, that some of these random acts that happen involving complete strangers certainly seem to involve people that have serious issues in their lives. And I'm sympathetic and compassionate about those issues, but the bottom line is they're not going to get dealt with, without the investment of governments in treating mental health as health, which is not presently happening to anywhere near an adequate extent.
While there are roughly 3,000 transit workers assaulted each year in Canada, HSR officials in Hamilton say there have been a few incidents in this city, but nowhere near the level of violence seen in Toronto.
It does happen. There are incidents on board our buses between passengers and other passengers and passengers towards our bus operators. But we're fortunate that many of those incidents have been relatively minor in nature, not at all to diminish the severity to the individual that it happens to. But we have been fortunate insofar that there's been nothing catastrophic.